Hello once again, Tommy Underhill, ADHD and autism specialist with Littleton Couples Counseling. Back again, talking about ADHD this time. ADHD's false sense of, I work well under pressure and always wait till the last minute to get this wonderful stuff finished mindset. Digging in, stick around to the end. We always got some great tips. Need the context to put them together. And like and subscribe. Let's get going. There was a time in my life when I completed many tasks at the last minute. I wasn't actively procrastinating, starting or completing anything, or so I thought. I simply filled my schedule with so many quick and easy tasks to check off my list every day. Doing this made me feel normal and good about myself and better about myself until it didn't. And that was the problem. Look how much I accomplished today. It was my daily mantra. With all the small and unimportant tasks I completed, I never had time for some of the really important things. At the time, I would have never admitted to actively procrastinating at the start of boring or repetitive tasks, except for monthly sales taxes. I actively and willfully procrastinated that task until the last minute of the last day when they were due. Ugh. I hated filing the boring, repetitive, and unexciting monthly sales taxes. Everything else I was passively, and I'd say think passively aggressively avoiding, I would promise myself would eventually get done. Except this was a big lie I told myself. I was not yet diagnosed with adult ADHD, and I didn't understand how I was living my life. Some people felt I had an excuse for everything I never finished, like the garage, or the backyard, or the front yard, or the storage shed with all the bikes, or the back room that had all the boxes when we moved in. Yet I rationalized I accomplished a lot. I've written or co-authored 13 books. In 1 year, I presented 105 lectures at regional, national, and international conferences. I also had an exhibit booth at most of those. For a minute, let's jump to something a little different. Good, better, and not perfectionism. You know, all these things that I was doing, they were all good things to list on a resume. And as I reflect on my life, I asked myself what the opportunity costs were for each of those activities. What could I have done better? I could have spent more time with my kids when they were young. I could have been better prepared at my exhibits instead of rushing last minute and always discovering I forgot one or two mission critical items when I arrived at the venue. Perhaps I could have focused a little bit on me and arrived at this point in my life just a little bit healthier. I could have had green grass in my front and backyards when that sort of thing was fashionable. Don't fall into the crevasse that traps so many people with ADHD into perfectionism. You don't have to do an absolute best to make a difference and a change in your life. Now it's time for some ADHD tips. Take a hard look at your to-do list. Get someone to help you with it if you need it. What are the top 3 tasks that need to get done, not that are fun to do? Are they really the most important and not just the most exciting things on your list? Or have they just pushed the real important and the boring and energy-sapping tasks farther down? I've found that I'm able to start and complete the horrible, boring things I have to do when I assist my brain in completing the dopamine cycle. By actively working to retrain this striatum deep in my brain, I am now able to think about those tasks with less dread and frustration. Put your neurochemistry to work for you. Same thing with the neurophysiology. Provide yourself a small treat when you begin the task. Award yourself a small treat halfway through the task. Reward yourself with a commensurate treat when you finish it. Most importantly, be patient with yourself. Over time, you and your brain can change. Give yourself permission to change. Give yourself permission to not change at the speed you would like to. As always, give us a call, visit our website, Send us a comment. Let us know what you'd like to see. And from there, until next time, reward yourself commensurately.